They're still the Spice Girls, but she isn't one of them. She is now on her first day as UN Goodwill Ambassador.
Hello.
Hello, Geri. She will use her fame and fortune to promote women's health and safe sex in the third world. Why did you take this?
Well, I just felt very privileged and proud. I was offered it about a month ago, and I gave it a lot of thought. And, you know, I think in life, I think we can make a difference. And obviously, this is going to give me a louder voice to do that.
And were you surprised? You were what, 25 years old, right?
I'm 26.
26. Were you surprised? I mean, Audrey Hepburn had this kind of post that you were offered it so young. I was very, very surprised. I mean, and very, very flattered. Do you think you might also help with Afghanistan, with what we were just talking about? Yeah, I was watching. I tell you what, the Lenos have my utmost respect. I think it's brilliant what they're doing. I mean, one thing that I said the other day when I was at the press conference is I'm just basically trying to use my fame to bring awareness to a cause that I believe in, and that's what they're doing, so they have my total admiration, respect to them. You're also involved in the fight against breast cancer. Why? Well, it's a bit of a story there. Well, when I was 18 years old, I had a lump in my breast, and fortunately it was benign and it was removed, but it really wasn't my wake-up call. It wasn't until many years later, last year, that the Sun newspaper, that's our tabloid, over in Britain, did a story on me, and I decided to make something positive out of it, you know, and go with an awareness thing with it. And I did some discovery more about the disease, and I was absolutely horrified of the statistics. And I thought, you know, I'm meant to be advocate of girl power. You know, I have a duty to talk about this. And so this year I went to Halliwell prison in England, which is a female prison, and a girls' school, to try and say, well, actually, breast cancer doesn't alienate anybody. And I learned something from it. There was a Jamaican lady in there, and she said the only reason why she'd done something about the lump in her breast was because, you know, her life had stopped. She'd gone to prison. You know, so many women are so busy being mothers, working, out there. They're so busy taking care about everybody else. Do you ever fear a return? I mean, yeah, it was benign, thank God. Do you ever worry? Yeah, absolutely. There's always a looming threat, not just for me, for many women. That's 1 in 9, 1 in 12. Geri, a lot of bases to cover. Why did you quit? Why did I quit what, Larry? The foundation for the Arcane. No, why did you quit the Spice Girls? Why did I quit the Spice Girls? I mean, I understand the question totally, and you know, as I said in my press statement, there was differences between us, and those differences, I have to say, are personal differences. And you know, if you want to probe into them, you're going to have to respect for now that I think we should leave, you know, the memory of the way the Spice Girls was, you know, a very spirited and good one. How do you explain, this is fair, their and your participation in their success? You were Ginger Spice and a Scary Spice and Baby Spice and Posh Spice. Why did the world, especially young ladies, react to that? I just think it was the spirit, the enthusiasm, you know, the attitude that, you know, that no matter where you came from, you can, you know, do anything, basically. Was it someone's idea? No, it was, you know, 5 girls' idea. It was 5 girls that came together and, you know, realised that we had the same common ground, and that was, you know, an attitude that we could achieve something together. Your involvement with Prince Charles, you're going to sing Happy Birthday at his birthday, his 50th birthday. We see you pictured with him now. How did that start? Well, apparently he requested my appearance at his party celebrating his 50th birthday, and I'm going to be presenting the show, which is rather nice. His sons are big fans, right? Yeah, I believe so, yes. I think Charles is too. Are you going to continue as a single act? There was a story in the paper that you signed a major deal with EMI to do records. Yes, I am. I'm a great lover of pop music. I think music is a fantastic mediator and a good escapism. So I will be, so yes. I'll have an album out next year. What kind of songs? Well, you know, I'm a real traditionalist, and I love good songs that everyone can sing along to. They have lots of flamboyancy and good melody, so I think even you might be singing along to me. What do you mean, even you? Even you in the bath. Were the Spice Girls talents? Were you all good singers or not good? You know, people made fun of that. They weren't a talent.
I mean, what is a good singer anyway? At the end of the day, my personal belief is, so long as, you know, you have something here, and, you know, it's all about, singing is about expression, you know, and heart. So, and I think, you know, I have that, and the Spice Girls had that, and that's good enough. I'm not claiming to be Barbara Streisand. You know, I'm just, you know, being a creative expressionist. That's
the singer of the album, you are Geri Halliwell. Back to your name now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
No more Spice identification at all.
Well, you know, I had to leave it behind with, you know, with my former colleagues, and that's fair enough. I mean, Ginger Spice was a nickname put onto me by a magazine, which was great. But,
you liked it?
Yeah, it was fine. You know, it's still part of me. It's always.
Well, you
could
be Ginger Halliwell, couldn't you?
Oh, it could be indeed. I think I am Geri fundamentally, but, you know, Ginger's still there, that wicked streak in me that will, you know.
Are the Spice Girls still singing, by the way? Are they still working?
As far as I know. You'll have to get them on here.
We'll take a break and we'll come back with more and take some phone calls for Geri Halliwell. A lot happened in her life. The former Spice Girl is Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations. Here's the Spice Girls' biggest hit ever, Wannabe. Come back, we see the Spice Girls with Prince Charles, and as he approaches you, Geri, you suddenly pinch him in an unusual place. What prompted that?
Do you know what? I was actually, last week I was sitting on my couch and I was talking to my sister, and I really can't believe I did that. I don't know what possessed me, you know?
I mean, it's the next King of England.
I know, it was just one of those spontaneous moments when I forgot who he was and who I was.
And he still wants you, though, at the birthday party, right? So
he
it can't
does.
be that bad.
Yeah.
Winnipeg, Manitoba, hello.
Hi, Larry.
Hi.
I'd like to ask Geri, with her new position as the UN ambassador, will she be traveling to different countries to speak on her personal beliefs and everything?
First and foremost, I'll be trying to make awareness in the UK about third world countries, how they're denied basic rights, you know, education on, you know, health and reproductive care. But I have just been in Uganda, actually, and it was really a fantastic learning experience. That was for comic relief. And I went to a camp where they teach women to read and write. And it was just fantastic because just things that we take for granted, I don't know, getting on the bus, you know, knowing where to go, or reading a pharmaceutical bottle, you know, taking the right amount of tablets, just things like that. It was just so fantastic and enlightening. So I will be travelling a lot.
And obviously, since they asked you to do this, Geri, they must be, the UN is pretty progressive, pretty aware that people hold you in high regard, and a lot of women in the world hold you in that, give you that feeling. Do you think that when you were a Spice Girl and now that you were a symbol?
I think, you know, I'm just very honest about who I am and what I feel, and, you know, I think I reflect, you know, how a lot of women feel today. Maybe they just identify with me, that's all.
Because someone said that 2 of the Spice Girls were with child, out of wedlock.
Yeah.
Do you think that hurts the image?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think there's any comparison. You know, what I'm trying to is educate, which is prevention. This is about pro-choice. You know, contraception is about pro-choice. Yep. And at the end of the day, those girls are old enough to make their own decisions, and they're in completely different situations. We're talking about women in third world countries that are having, you know, 10 babies because they haven't got enough money.
No, but you don't think it hurts the image of that was projected for so long? For young women?
Not really, but
okay, that's fair. No. New York City, hello.
Hi, I was just wondering, Geri, if your UN thing doesn't work out or your record deal, would you ever consider going back to the Spice Girls?
How old are you, caller? Caller?
Yes, I'm 15.
15.
You're 15, hello. That's a very interesting question, and, you know, I'm very optimistic, and I'm going to do my best with this UN job, and, you know, and try and really make it work, and hopefully, you know, my solo career will make it work. And, you know, sometimes you have to move on and go forward. You know, I don't really think that I'd go back to the Spice Girls, but you can never say never, but at the moment, I don't think so.
I would say the betting is nil. We'll come back with our more moments with Geri Halliwell, the United Nations Goodwill Ambassador, the former Ginger Spice. This is Larry. Well, she's still Ginger. She's the former. We'll be right back. Don't go away.
Hi, Larry. I have a question for Ginger Spice.
Go ahead.
Hi. I wanted to ask Ginger if she still talks to the other Spice Girls and what she thinks about their great U.S. tour.
I think the Spice Girls worked very, very hard, you know, going through America. I've spoken to Victoria over the summer.
And
I think, you know, well done. I actually do envy the girls going through America. There's something I'd like to do, maybe next time, maybe next year.
Geri, do you miss anything about being with them? We do. I don't want to get into why I broke up. That's your business, not my business. But
Yeah.
are there things you miss?
Obviously, I would have loved to do the American tour. You know, that would have been really nice to get, because, you know, I've only really experienced LA and New York, so I don't think that's the real sense of America. I mean, there's 51 states, you know, and I really would like to take that all in and meet all those different kinds of people, because I think individually, like separate countries almost. And obviously, I didn't do Wembley Stadium. That would have been quite nice, but
Yeah.
never mind.
Orlando, hello.
Even though you've left the Spice Girls, are you still going to carry your message to the UN?
Absolutely. I think I'm taking this one step further. You know, I was said to be the evangelist of girl power. You know, this is just empowerment of women, really. We're talking about reproductive health care. That's about contraception and so it's just a more grown-up version of that.
Why do you think, and it's just a microcosm tonight, why do you think, Geri, younger girls liked you so much?
I think, you know, the Spice Girls are very animated, very digestible. And I remember when I was, you know, young, I had Madonna, and everybody wants something to, you know, look up to and to copy and, you know, and sing along to. So it's very natural.
You're not surprised at that, then?
Not really. I mean, you want something to connect with, don't you? And I think there wasn't very many girl groups out at the time. And, you know, we just had a lot of energy.
Yeah. Toronto, hello.
Hello, Geri.
Hello.
Hi, I'm a really big fan of yours, and I was just wondering, when you publicly announced the breakup from the Spice Girls, did the media react to it the way you thought it would, or did you expect a more discreet or elaborate reaction?
I have to say, I was very surprised at the media reaction. It was, you know, I thought
In what way?
I just couldn't believe the interest and the big outcry. Anyone would have think, I don't know, that someone a bit more important was...
Are you saying that the group was larger than you thought they were?
Oh,
The story
absolutely.
was
I didn't
bigger?
think my departure was that bigger deal than it was. The news coverage that it got really did surprise me. I noticed, I saw it on Sky every 15 minutes.
And in retrospect, why do you think it was that big?
Maybe there was nothing else on the news that day. I don't know. Who knows?
Are you anxious to get out working again?
Oh, I mean, to be honest, I have been working the last few months. I've, you know, been regrouping. I've been working alongside the heads of cancer charities in America and Britain. So I haven't been sitting on my backside completely.
And finally, what about marriage?
About marriage? Are you proposing, Larry? You've just got married and you're having a child. Congratulations, I have to say.
Thank you, thank you. What about you?
About me, I'm young, free and single at the moment.
Did
you hear a rumour?
Thank you very much, Geri.
Well, thank you very much, and hello,
congratulations.
America.
Geri Halliwell, the former Spice Girl, her first appearance since on television since assuming the role of UN Goodwill Ambassador. I'm Larry King in Los Angeles.